So today I am colouring in an original that I've done for my stock. I've got hundreds and hundreds of pictures now, and rather than having them all sit there, I am going to colour one in. Please keep an eye out, subscribe if you want to keep watching, and I'm going to get down to it. So enjoy. Okay, so what I wanted to show you, doing a close-up now, and I'll just explain how I did this. So I start off by finding my colours, and what I want from my colours is to have a light, a medium and a dark, and in the same temperature. Or in this case, I believe that the colours I chose for the tip are a bit different to the heart. I call them the heart and the tip. So the heart of the flower is going to be darker and the tip's lighter. And as you saw in my process, I start by placing my medium tone first, which in this case was this purple. And then I'll just do it on this petal while I'm talking. So I place my medium tone first, and I can see from the petal that there's a bit of a curve here, so the petal's going over, so I try not to put the colour too far over into that section. And then I get quite an even, I very light, and I do lots of layers. Then my heart that I chose, which was a darker purple, more of a blue purple than a pink purple. So I will just quickly do this here. Hoping I've actually selected the right purple. Yes, I did. And then the tip of my flower, which is this pinky colour. So, which isn't necessarily light, it's just a different colour, and it blends with the purples. When you're picking colours to blend, you need to pick colours side by side that actually do blend with each other. And you can practice this. I have a colouring in course that you can join, and it has all of these lessons that I've created to help you practice and learn how to blend. I then come back in with my first medium colour. So what I've done here is what I call setting the paper. So I've set the paper with the colour that I want in that space. And now I'm going to go back over with my medium colour to create a nice rich layer. You can travel into the lighter area a little bit here. Because you've already put the pink in, you will still see the pink. Whereas if you'd put the purple first, you would be hard pressed to get the pink tone in that space. So now the dark in this heart. You probably noticed I used a white. Normally I probably would have used a lighter pink, possibly even my cream. I don't have a blender pencil, so I improvise. There's my cream. But I'll keep going with what I started with. I've put white in, and what that does, I go all over the place, it fills the gaps. So I'm filling all those little white flecks. Smoothing out the pink as best I can. But then, because it's quite pale, I've gone back over it with my beautiful pink to richen it back up. You can pull the pink through the petal if you want. And then come back over with your medium again, because the medium colour is the main colour of the petal, so you want to make sure that it's the last one on there when you're setting the colours like that. So that's the general rule. So for me anyway, this is what works for me. It's not a colouring Bible rule or anything like that. I then come through and I've used this yellow, which is a little bit of an orangey yellow, as the warmth, and this is where you could use pink, because as you can see it's given it that bit of a yellow tint. So you could use the pink and it'd keep that pink tint. So I've just done this to catch any more of those specks and to create some kind of really rich multicolour, sort of creating your own palette. I've then used a really dark blue. It almost looks black. I had to test it on the paper to make sure it was blue. I use it all black. I quite often use black, but I've got a dark blue and I've got a dark brown and a dark green, and they're all almost black. But each one there's a blue, brown and green. So depending on what you're colouring, depends on what you use. I use it for my depth, my shadow, my popping out the deep rich colours. There's no petals up against this one at the moment, so it's really just around the centre of the flower. So yeah, so that's my general process. Okay, so now I'm going to work on these mini flowers, that leaf. This leaf up here, I started to do a pattern in it and I really didn't like it, so I left it. In the colouring in pages that I've taken that out on Photoshop, but for this purpose of this page, I'm not worried, I'll colour over it. So I'm going to do these flowers quickly, a bit orange and yellow. Okay, so I'm going to swap over to my greens now for the leaves. So I need to work out what colours I want. It's grey. Yep, I like that one. I think I'm going to go with this limey one because that's the kind of colours I've gone for. Yeah. Okay. So there's my greens, and I think that's all I need. Okay. So I'm going to colour these in, and then when I've done the leaves, I'll work on the background. So I'll zoom through this again and catch you towards the end.